Hello, I want to welcome you to today's lecture. So, this is FS Kabi, the trader. So, it's been a while, and I thought we could probably do one or two things to help us in our trading journey. So, today I want to do a lecture specifically on currency. So, right before here or before us, we have on my screen my board. I have currency trading. We want to look at fundamentals versus technical analysis. So, what we need to understand here about currency trading is that um, fundamentals are not within our own power. They are not factors. They are factors not within a trader's um, power to control, but that has to do with an external forces that has to do with the market makers. It could be political events, it could be social event, it could be economical event. Each day as it happens, it gets to play out. That's how those factors affect how those different pairs react, how they move. So fundamental has a big role to play in the currency forex industry, because um, once there's a positive news, you're most likely going to see how pairs are going to speed up faster than the way they're moved, because they are being influenced by some factors. So if the news release is a negative one, then we're also gonna find how the pairs are going to move in the opposite direction very fast. So depends on what news is being released. Is it a positive news? Is it a negative news? That's what you need to ask yourself. So if it's a positive news, then we're expecting the markets to go the direction, let's say a buy. And if the news is negative, we are watching out for a sell. So those are the two things as a trader you have to watch out. There are big factors that moves the market, the fundamental factors. Now, when we come to the technical analysis here are your setups. Cause your technical analysis are your analysis which you have personally marked zones and areas which you are hoping the market is going to do a U-turn for you to either take a trade, for you to either make decisions, for it to be as a guideline for you to go into the market, because it's not a gambling stuff. You want to be very sure that you are not selling where you're supposed to buy, or you're not buying where you're supposed to sell. So that takes us to your technical analysis, what you have analyzed on a long term, what you've analyzed, what the market is doing and what the market is supposed to do. Then that gives you an edge over the market. It serves as a guideline for you to take your trades. So no big deal. We are going to get in right quick practicals into this. So far, my major key point here is on the fundamentals, because technical is what you have to consider, like price actions. Sometimes we look at the market structure. We look, is the market, is there trend line? You draw support, you draw horizontal. Sorry, you draw support, you draw resistance line. All those are under your technical analysis. You sometimes you have to um, set up some indicators to help better your trading, or just to help you in some confirmations or something like that. So without further ado, we're going to look at fundamentals. Let's just look at some key terms, how they're being defined, and then I'm going to take you right straight to how you have to be watching the news daily. Well, it's not something complex. It's just having a particular site where you are always getting the data daily before you jump into the market that is currency for you. You must watch your news events. What are high impact news? What are low impact news? Are there medium impact news? What are you expecting? You have to note the time all these are supposed to come in, so you know what you're doing exactly, because you don't want to enter the market and then you're shocked by surprises you're taking unawares. So I want to let's look at fundamentals basically. So I will switch to my browser right away. Okay, so over here I want to open my I want to open the browser. All right, I just want to cut off the other part of the screen. So if we read over here, it said fundamental analysis is a way of looking at the forex market by analyzing the economic, social, and political forces that may affect currency prices. So the prices is likely, is it going to rise or is it going to fall? So this when we talk of fundamental analysis, is likely looking at the economic factors, the social factors, political factors that are likely going to drive the market upward or downward. So that is just a brief definition of what it looks like. So using supply and demand as an indicator of where price could be headed is easy. So the hard part is analyzing all of the factors that affect supply and demand. So that's just what I want to pick here. So we're done with that one. We're done with that one. All right. So the next thing we're gonna see here, let's look at economic calendar. So that will lead us to economic calendar. What is it like? All right. So this economic calendar. So your economic calendar is where you are always going to visit a particular site that is going to update you with data that are going to be released daily of how those currency are likely going to be affected. So we're going to look at what are the importance of the economic calendar. So what is the economic calendar? This is the site for a GBP. So you can look, you can visit this site and then try to pick up one or two, get yourself updated. So we have what is the economic calendar. So it is the daily calendar which display live important global events and its results report that brings big market movement which impact your trading harder. So you can analyze the past 15 years of economic calendar history from deep fundamental analysis. Well, that is just things we are going to skip that really fast. So how to trade economic calendar, that is our consign now. So what is it? Step one, you have to watch for important events that bring high volatility, such as gross domestic product, that is Those are some of the releases that are um, always they're always going to be released on those sites that you have to watch out. So you have GDP, which that's a full meaning. You have another one called interest rate. You have unemployment rates. This is NPF. All of these are factors or events that are going to bring moves in the market. Those are the fundamental release that can make the market to move either the positive way or the negative way. So whatever movement takes place in the fundament in the financial market, it must always involve with huge money transaction. So because money moves the market, so example, if the interest rate of a country increases, so what do you expect? If there are much um, if there are much engagement in the economic terms, what do you expect? So it's mostly going to what attract many foreign investment, which brings what more new what money into the country. So this makes that particular country currency stronger due to more number of what foreign what investors. So buying their currency to invest in their banks for getting a higher interest rate. So let's keep that again. So how to use economic calendar. One is always what? Check the economic news calendar every day, morning or before you start trading. That is a must. That is a must for currency, financial trading. Before you are doing anything, you must check sites, the economic news before you go there. For example, I'm going to show you what I mean. For example, this is one important site where we get updates for what is going to happen, the news release for each day. For example, this is forestfactory.com. This is a news for Monday. So before Monday now, I have already come in here to watch in for some datas. So we can see that to the left side, we have the dates of that news we're expecting to visit. That's Monday. To the right hand side, next after the date, we have the time. So I'm going to show you how to get to knowing these various time using the time converter. Then to the right are the pairs. For example, if you are trading um, JPY and GBP pairs on Monday, by this time you should be watching out for the following events that is going to take place. We have these events. We're going to have BOJ Governor what Kuroda speaks, and we have by 3:30 p.m. we have GBP, we have BOE Governor what barely speaks. So that's just it. So this is always the chart for your economic calendar news daily. You're always going to have the dates, which you must be very sure that the data you're pulling out from, it's carrying the dates, it's matching the dates you're looking at. To the right or next after the date, we have the time. So this time it's very important. One is to note the impact news that is that you're supposed to be expecting, but the impact news does not come immediately. It comes in according to the time displayed here. So you have to be careful with this time, that by this time you are either not trading, because if you're not sure of what the market will do, so you can stay off, or if you have a running trade, by this time you have exited the trade. So those are some of the importance of checking your calendar daily, and this side helps you with good history and updates about what you're expecting, how those pairs might either be affected negatively or positively. So that's for Monday news release we are seeing here. So we have bank holiday, This is not a high impact news. This is just a neutral event. So you have this one. We only have um, two serious news, but this is not as serious as this. So we have a red flag here, color here for a high impact. But let's go back to the previous. All right, so we were looking at fundamental. So we're looking at fundamentals, and specifically that is majorly on economic calendar. So check the economic calendar every morning or before you start trading. So this is just a piece of advice that you can bookmark this page on your browser now to what view the economic calendars daily. Then the next step, don't trade all the important news. Don't trade all the important news, because why are they saying not don't trade? That most of the new traders place a trade in the news time and wait for big movement. There are people that don't even know much of technical analysis. They don't even know whether they should spend time analyzing, but they are always paying attention to the news. But let's see the other parts, what the news can do. The news can also give us big moves, but the other side is, but nothing happens in the market because sometimes the market made enough required movement before the news release. So don't make these mistakes. Yeah. For example, a pair that have sold for this and is sitting right at the support. What do you expect if a news release comes? Are you expecting it to break the support, or you're expecting to bounce back? So even if the news is going to affect that pair, it's not going to be much because it has already made a big move, and nothing much is going to happen. So the third point here, how to use the economic calendar, I said trading news depends on the economic calendar. Okay, trading news depends on this economic calendar, is considered as the fundamental analysis. So, so trading the news has to be majorly on what the economic calendar is updated daily. So it has a time is updated, so it doesn't change after a few hours. So always check whether fundamental or technical analysis works well in your financial market. So I still say trading only technical without the fundamentals wouldn't help you trading the financial market. So how do we read the economic calendar? That's the next important point. Now check the time zone. I did show you there at the previous page. Check the time zone whether it is displaying in your local time. That's GMT, depends on your country. Now, whatever time frame you trade, you should keep an eye on upcoming calendar events daily, since they are likely to impact the financial market, including forex shares and all of this. So we have point three, look for important of the news event listed in the echo. So if you're seeing things like holidays, you're seeing things like some other thing, non-employment, all of those ones. So you want certain kind of news that you're expecting will boost the market um, momentum. So you can see low, medium, and high importance news, which creates a low movement, medium movement, and high movement in the market. So I will show you those colors and how to interpret them. So point four, what is it? Check the timing of the news and prepare yourself to stay online during the news release. So, but don't take any trades. That is the advice we tell you. Don't take any trade if you're not sure whether the economic calendar result outcome would be positive or negative. So most times you just need to give it some time to really catch the direction where the news is driving the markets to. So that is just it. So not because you know that the news is happening by this time you should jump in. No. So but don't take any trades at that moment, but just what the market is doing, then you can take good decisions. So now focus on your favorite country currency news to trade effectively. Well, that has to do with the pairs you trade. Like not everybody trade all the pairs. Some trades only Euro pairs, some trade only USD, some trade only GBP. So if that is the country pair you majorly trade, well, you can focus on that. So number six, before the release of the news result, you can actually see focus and forecast and previous. So the actual is a live result, latest result update, and blah blah blah. Let's leave that alone. So these are majority of the news release that are mostly coming with the high and low impact. So you have central bank rate decision, you have gross domestic product, you have all of these. You also have you have employment rates and all of these ones. So all of these are very important. So this is MPF news, always happening the first Friday of a new month. So this is always a very interesting day. So, but most times if you're not good with this, it's better you just save your account balance and don't trade, because anything anything done wrongly during this period is always dangerous. So that's just it about economic calendar. So we're still on fundamentals. So don't forget. Sorry, I just have some background noise around, but I just hope that does not affect the major points driven here. So, for example, let's look at time zone. Okay, before we get to the time zone, let us look at how we can read these colors. What do that mean? So anywhere you see red display, that means high impact expected news. So you can write this down. Anywhere you see this color is always a medium impact. So this is the opposite of what we have here. This is next to the high is the medium. So this is just the yellow color here is what this is a low impact, and this is normally a non. It has no effect. So it has no effect on that pair. Wherever you see these symbols, they are just simply um, colors that carries no effect. So, but we have low. This one might. There are chances that there might be impact, but it will be it's only going to be low. But these two, they are really what we have to pay attention. These red colors, these are danger, especially the red color. Anytime I see red color, no, it's a danger news. So these are really high impact news, but this is just a medium. So this color stands for medium, this color stands for high impact, and this color stands for low, and this stands for totally just like non-effect, nothing. So that's it. So the next thing we're going to look at is these time zones we are seeing here. For example, on Monday there's supposed to be a speech by the governor. So we are expecting um, exactly 3:30 p.m. So about 3:30 p.m. we have to know when exactly is this going to happen. Is it in Nigerian time, or which is your own time zone you're looking at your GMT? So what you need to do, the next thing I'll show you is visit a site called timezonewizard.com. Now here is always your time. For example, this is Nigerian time. So to the right hand side will be the country I will be dealing with. For example, if I want to know it's 6:30 right now. If I want to know the time, let me reload this page so everything will be updated. Okay. So already it is 6:30 p.m. in the Nigerian time, but in New York right now it's 1:30 p.m. So whatever time zone you're seeing here that the news is to come, if you really don't know when you are to watch out, you don't know the exact time in your own country, what you need to do is just to come over here. Let's say this is 3:30 p.m. So what am I going to do here is I'm going to do something like this. Okay, let me do something. I'll type in the country. Let's say London. So I will set it according to the time. 3:30 p.m. Let me do some settings here. I don't know why this is not allowing me to set the minute, but I think we have other sites that you can use to check this out. So I had a site that I used to, but this is just the idea. Still, you can still Google more on the how you can Google more on time conversion. So look at what I did, time converter or time zone converter. So um, you can look where you have a good search or good website that gives you the flexibility. Okay, very good. So I think we're going to use the timezoneconverter.com. At least here, you can see that I can type in my local time here. For example, I'm going to type in London here. For example, based on what I have here is I'm trying to get in Nigerian time what 3:30 p.m. will be. Okay, I'm going to leave this because um London is just almost the same time range. Let us, for example, we're trading. Okay, okay, this is JPY, or let me go to USD. Okay, let's type 5 p.m. I know when 5 p.m. is supposed to be in our own time. So I'm going to type in, let's say, so I'm going to type in, what do we have here? 5 p.m. So I'm going to type in 5 p.m. That's for Monday. I want to know when it is 5 p.m. What time will it be in Nigerian time? So I will come here. This is my country, local country time zone I'm looking at. So I'll just type in Nigeria here. Okay. So that means on Monday, um, around this time in the what? In the United States of America, that's once it is around this time, yes, according to the currency pair we're trading, we'll be watching the time in our own local in our own local time here. We'll be matching it. So the 5 p.m. Let's say New York 5 p.m. their own time. New York section 5 p.m. will be our what 11 p.m. So let me be sure. What is this? Okay, 5 p.m. will be our 11 p.m. So that's just it. So that is how the time zone works. So if I change this now, well, there's nothing to delay here. I've just shown you what it is here, so that you just know how to dabble around, how to manipulate your time and how to watch this calendar. All right. So the next important site I will show you again is what we call my FX my fxbook.com. My FX book, we have my fxbook.com. We also have my FX Book Pro. All of these are sites that can help you with um, with good updates with what is happening in the market. So this is my fxbook.com. I will just click on charts, for example, or just click on market. So when I click on market, right now the financial market is closed. So when I click on market, go to my fsbook.com, click on market, it's going to show me based on the daily time frame pairs that I'm currently on sell or buy. Though this is likely to change, but this can help you that at a particular time one can look at what you have analyzed and come back here to know. You can see that on Friday, pairs like AUD cards, this was these were really pairs that were selling. We have AUD cards, all the AUD were on a big time sell. You have Euro cards. The only pairs that bought on Friday that were on the buy on the daily time frame were Euro, AUD, and CAD JPY. And if I come down, okay, USD card bought a little, but not muchly, not significant. But USD JPY, we had by percentage, we had plus 20 point something pips. So, but we had also gold. Okay, we had silver. Wow, was really bullish on the, Friday. So we can see that we can always come to get this data. Always visit in the morning, afternoon. Always come over here to see updates of what the pairs are currently undergoing. Are they on the bullish move? Look at the pips. So sorry, I'm not doing this video when the market is on, but I just hope that this site will be helpful. My fxbook.com. When you get there, click on markets, and it's going to show you how the market is moving. So you know pairs that are selling and pairs that are buying. But though these are more likely to be, they are more likely to change. So you just need to be following the market by what is happening here. So that is just it. So the next thing I'm going to show you about fundamental news on the chart is that we also need to know that what happens when you're trading. For example, what you have to watch out when you're trading. Now, if you watch this chart, you will see that gold has been on the buy. On the monthly, from the monthly time frame, we can see that gold has been buying. You can see this candle there. So when we have gold like this buying, and also we are going to look at Euro USD again to add to that. Let's go to Euro USD. There's a point I want to stress there to help you to help you get things really simple. Now this is monthly time frame. You can see that euro has been rising. It has been on the buy on the monthly time frame. So no time for long sell, but more of buy opportunity. Gold is on the buy, euro is on the buy. So now this is, you have the best pair and you have the other pair. So you have euro versus dollar, euro the right to the right hand side, dollar the pair attached to it. So what are we saying? As a trader, you are always going to watch your monthly time frame. Anytime euro is stronger, that is on the buy on the monthly time frame, expect any pair that is carrying USD like USD CAD, USD CHF, USD JPY. Expect that when you go there, they'll be doing the opposite. I hope I'm correct. So that is how to trade currency. Now you don't just trade it because I have an analysis. Okay, let's say this is now this is at these are the resistance. Fine, it's at resistance. But if this pair for the month is still on a bullish move and is still looking strong or stronger, then what are we saying? We might be expecting more moves on this time frame up to this extent, because this is where we have sell here. So we can expect the remaining few weeks that we could have retest and also price pushing up to this extent. But what we're trying to look at is anytime we are watching this pair, how they react. Now, if you are on USD pair, make sure you come and check what euro is doing. For example, if I'm trading USD card, I will come back and look for pairs that has USD on it. Watch the chart, what is happening. So if it is selling, then that means USD pairs will be buying. So that is a relationship. I'm going to show you something so you get it. For example, what am I trying to say? Now, if we have euro strengthened, let's say we have euro USD, this euro USD, for example, euro USD, this euro USD pair. So if anytime euro is on the buy, which we call it, the pair is strengthened or is stronger. Anytime euro is stronger, then they attach, what are we saying? They attach base pair here. This is the base pair, and the pair that is attached to the base pair, which is this one. What are we watching at? We're expecting that the second what? The second attached pair will be doing the opposite. If euro is stronger, that means USD or dollar will be weak. So what are those USD pair? We always go and watch the charts for USD pairs. What are USD pairs? For example, we have USD, USD card. We have USD CHF. And we have USD JPY. So for the month, if we see that euro is stronger with more bullish pressure, that means any pair with USD base or the USD base pair, like we are seeing here, we always what be going down. They will be weak. So, and that's what we currently have right now going on. all the USD pairs are not really moving, but they are just buying. We have a short buy and we have continuous sell, whereas we have a short sell on the euro pair and a long buy. So that is just it. So anytime gold is strengthened and euro is strengthened, don't trade USD pairs mostly with a buy, long buy. Always be careful those months where you have gold, or you always follow news release. Now the same thing with another pair. Let's look at another pair. If you have, for example, GBP USD, GBP JPY, GBP card. Now, anytime this base quotes, like you can see them, the ones that come in front before the other um attach pairs to this one. What do they call it? This is your always your best your base pair quote, and then the other quote pair attached to it. Anytime the first one are strong or stronger, what are you going to do? You are always going to watch pairs. What are pairs that have JPY? For example, we have good. We have pairs like CHF JPY. So what I'm trying to say in the nutshell is, let's look at something. This is GBP. This is GBP. This GBP JPY and this GBP card. So we also have GBP CHF. So let us see what happens on the time frame here. GBP versus what card, or GBP versus CHF. Let us see what happened. I want us to do something. GBP versus CHF. What is actually happening here? We want to see where CHF is stronger. What will happen to this pair here? Whenever it is stronger, what will happen? Will this also move? Because if this is CHF versus JPY, that means anytime CHF is stronger, JPY should be weaker. That is just what we are saying. Anytime CHF here is stronger, GBP, this pair in particular, it may not be the whole pair, but the pair that is carrying what? CHF, GBP versus CHF. Anytime CHF is strengthened, that means GBP, this particular pair should be what? Weaker, or should be weak. And anytime this pair in particular is strengthened with this base related quote here, that means CHF should be weaker. So let's look at something. So I will open a chart for GBP CHF. So let's go to our chart. I'm going to share my screen. Now let's go to GBP CHF. Okay, this is GBP CHF. Let me open another tab. So this is looking bullish at the moment. But we're seeing that the monthly time frame, the candle is not looking too bullish there. You can see that it might close with even a sell. It might likely close with a sell, but let us see here. Then let us see what CHF is doing. Remember, this is GBP versus CHF. So we are not generalizing the whole GBP pairs. So we are going to watch for the opposite. What is CHF pair doing right now? So we'll go to the chart. We'll look for CHF JPY. CHF. We'll look for pairs that is having CHF. So we have CHF JPY. Good. So we can see that the CHF is more stronger than what? Is more stronger than the GPP. In particular, this particular quote, this particular pair. So what are we saying? Because the CHF is stronger and more what is more bullish. What are we expecting? This GBP CHF pair, in quotes, only this pair, I'm not talking the general GBP, in quotes, we're not expecting it to be what? To be more what? Stronger than the other. It can't be what? It can't be more, we can't expect more move because this pair is already, the CHF is already stronger. So what do I mean? Because GBP versus CHF, and then when we go to the chart of the CHF itself, we see that CHF is more stronger this month, is strong. So if we are trading this pair, what are we going to have? What are we going to experience? One, GBP is strong on all the pairs, they are on the buy. But right now, individually, based on this pair, because of its related what attached quotes here, which is the CHF, and CHF is stronger, we are not going to get a very strong move for this particular pair because when we look at the chart, CHF is moving very powerful. It's on a very strong buy. So that means this GBP will not be doing well too much. For example, let us watch what happened here. Okay, this is the chart. We have buy here. We have another buy for 2 months. Then we have GBP. That means last month was a sell. Is this month GBP general pairs are trying to move up? But for this pair, it's not moving up, more likely because CHF is stronger than the GBP. So at the moment, CHF is stronger than the GBP. So it's more likely that is why this candle is not moving so fast. All right, let's look for another pair. For example, let's look for anything card. Okay, we have card JPY. Okay, this is card JPY. And then let's see if we can see. So this is Euro JPY and this is card JPY. All of them are having JPY. So at the moment, the JPY, the JPY, JPY is strong or is stronger. JPY is strong. So that is why you see that what we also have euro. Euro is strong and JPY is strong. And also we also have JPY is also what strong. So but if we look in the terms of USD card, let's look for pair that has card. Okay. So what is happening here? Card is stronger. JPY is also strong. So what is affecting this pair? Right here, card is stronger than the what dollar. So that is why you see that what as long as this card JPY keeps going up, also it's also a factor that is affecting what the dollar here. This pair that is falling so fast. Outside of gold also, because gold generally affects those USD pairs, but also based on their base quotes versus USD versus CAD. If we open CAD, we can see that CAD is moving upwards, is stronger, and what dollar is what is weak. So CAD is stronger than the dollar, so that's why you can see it's selling. So that is just some um that's just a little picture to show you what to watch out outside your technical analysis. You have to watch what these pairs are doing. So you have to know which one is stronger at the moment, so you know what you're expecting. Because this is at a support zone, but why is the market not moving? It's because something is stronger than the dollar at the moment. Something is stronger than the base pair here. That is why you see that even at the support zone, we still have price falling more and more. So that is how the currency market works. You have to know pairs that are stronger. You have to know which particular base pair is stronger and what do you expect. You have to open each of those pairs to know what to look out for. For example, if I also open USD JPY, you see that USD JPY is not falling like good. You can see that USD JPY is not falling like is not falling like USD CAD. Because why? When you come here and we check CAD JPY, you check Euro JPY, you see that JPY is strong. So also um, dollar versus JPY, also we can see that what though the dollar is weak, but because here we have what CAD is strong, we also have JPY is strong, and if you open Euro JPY, you also discover that what JPY also is also strong. So that is why you see that this is a dollar pair also, US dollar. Why is it not falling like USD card is falling? So it's because we have what JPY in the midst of this pair, and JPY another pair is stronger. Pairs carrying JPY is the JPY is strengthened and is stronger. So that is why we are noticing that USD JPY is not falling as USD CAD. So these are things that you have to watch out when you're trading currency, because they are very essential. It's not about just drawing line here and say I'm expecting buy, I'm expecting sell. No, if one is stronger than the other, then it's going to affect also your technical analysis. So you have to know what is stronger at the moment and what is weaker at the moment, and know what decision to take. That's very important. That's very important. Okay, now let's do one more review. What do we look out for? what do we look out for? Um, okay. So let me see Eurocard this month. Eurocard. So this is Eurocard. So, but any day we discover that um, the pair with the best quote called card is buying, then this particular pair might be affected not to move. It might not move. It may not what move because when card is stronger, then the euro should be weaker. For example, that day we should, if card is buying, okay, let us drop this to the 4 hour time frame so we know what we're doing. This euro card, okay. Let us go to card JPY. We'll go down to the 4 hour. Let's see what happened on Friday. Good. So let's analyze what happened so you understand. This is a pair with CAD. This is CAD versus JPY. And this one is Euro versus CAD. One, we had the pair hitting the resistance zone there. That's why it sold. But let us know when this pair was selling, what happened to CAD? When Euro CAD was selling, because it sold up to this level on Friday before we discovered that it was trying to buy. When Euro CAD was here and was selling, what was happening to CAD JPY on Friday? We saw that CAD was rising. We can see that we had a buy. When Euro CAD was going down, we discovered that what? CAD was moving upward. So that is how the market makers does it. All the pairs cannot be buying at the same time. If CAD JPY is selling, then if you check its related pair, it's more likely the pair is buying. For example, if we check what happened here, we had a real serious buy here that day, the previous day or so. So let's see the previous day. The previous day, if we watch here, we had a serious sell. CAD was weaker, and in this particular pair, euro was stronger. So you have to be watching the related pair you're trading. If I'm trading euro versus CAD, then I have to watch what CAD versus JPY is doing. The main thing is always the first base pair that is coming up. You have to know what it is. If this is stronger, what happened? Always go to check the next thing. For example, if I'm trading euro CAD, if euro is stronger, like here, if I go and watch CAD, the what will happen for that day? You discover that CAD will be selling. But you still need a technical analysis. This is not a straightway concept. It works based on where the market is sitting. If the market is sitting as resistance, then they want to sell it because it is a resistance. It's more likely the sell will be going on and the other pair will be buying because it is also at support. That is how it works. So Euro CAD cannot be buying and CAD JPY be also buying. So they might decide to release the card in this contest, and because Euro CAD has card in it, and where it was at a support zone. They will now release it upward. So well, that is just what I want you to know about fundamentals trading currency. You just need to put all this together. Remember, I taught you economic calendar, how to always visit this site for your daily update. Forest Factory, make sure it's the number one thing you check in the morning. You are looking for high impact, low, medium impact news that are going to bring big move or low move, small move in the market. So the next thing I showed you before I end the section is this site also, my fsbook.com. I told you what the site offers or what it's supposed to do is mostly when we come here, you click on market, is to display. Suppose you can't see all the pairs here. What you're going to do is just to come over here and tick all of these pairs that you trade. You know you trade. Tick all of them. It will show currently what the markets are doing. If you want to change time frame, for example, you want to get an update on the 1 hour time frame to know what the market is doing currently. Remember, the work of this is just updating you on the current trend. So if I want to know currently this hour I am in, if the market was open, I want to know pairs that are buying. This is what this site is to help you. When you just put it based on the time frame, for example, if I want to put monthly here, once I change the time frame, I can know pairs that are buying. Goods. We saw it from the chart. Euro is on a buy. GBP, JPY, all of these ones. So far, in terms of PEEP, you can see that Euro JPY has moved plus 1.21 PEEP. You can see, wow, Euro has been so much strong. All the GBPs have been on a buy. So you can see this on the monthly updates. So this site is very helpful for newbies so that on the 1 hour you can always define your trend. This 1 hour I'm currently in, is it a buy that am I on a buy or am I on a sell? So that you know what to do on those pairs. So you don't sell when a current trend is on a buy. So you can change it to 4 hour. It will tell you what you want to do. So just play around the site. It's going to be useful and it will help you. When you add this with your technical analysis, believe me, everything will work out fine for you. Plus, this um, concept I taught you, that when I want to jump into trade CAD JPY, I should also ensure that I'm looking at what Euro CAD is doing. If Euro is buying, then it's more likely I will not be looking for a buy on CAD JPY. I'll be watching to see if the market is selling, because Euro, between these two pairs, Euro is stronger. So CAD might be dropping, might be weaker at the moment, might be weak at the moment. So okay, guys, sorry, I had one or two things not really taking my time to just coin some words, but I hope you were able to watch to the end and follow me step by step how you can trade currency successfully. More of these are what makes you a successful trader in currency. It's not how much you draw your line on the chart, but that is very good. You must always have a standby analysis, technical analysis that supports your reason for trading or taking any trade. You don't trade without a setup, it will be gambling. So, but it's more to that. That's what makes financial market bigger, and it's not controlled by one person. It's not easily manipulated just like that. So because you have to correlate, you have to match data, you have to look at one or two pictures and make decisions. So that's what currency is. So we don't jump instantly, just one way, and begin to what enter the market. So we need to get ourselves updated based on the economic calendar, based on the fundamentals. We also need sites like this to watch the market on the hour or what 4 hour basis or daily time frame basis to know what the pair is currently doing at the moment. And then your your base pairs, your base pairs, and also the pair you are trading. If I'm trading Euro USD, I must open a chart for USD to know what USD pairs are doing. If Euro USD is buying, let me call it long like that, then expect that what USD card or whatever will not be moving. So if CAD JPY is what? If CAD JPY is buying, for example, then think of the next pair that has card on it, Euro card, is more likely Euro card will not be what? Moving. It might be moving in the opposite direction. So just have that in mind. So that is just what you need to know. One last thing, like for example, this is um, Euro GBP. Good. Now, if you watch Euro GBP, if you watch Euro GBP and also what GBP, let's say GBP USD, okay. So we can see that what is it? Anytime GBP in quotes, it's anytime GBP is stronger, Euro GBP may not actually move too much. So let's see why this pair is buying this GBP USD. So if we watch here, we discovered that on Friday, GBP was selling. GBP was weak. So we got Euro GBP what? Moving up. So let's watch the next day or the previous days where Euro GBP was moving up. And this is depending on the position of the market. So it's not a straight concept, but it's just to help you know how long you should stay. Because what you have to know also is that whenever they release this pair to the downside, there must be a pair going up. So that's just the concept. If euro is going up, for example, it's more likely what GBP is going down. Because where I know I have a support here because of this confluence we have in here, this place. But right now, I can't take a buy here because it's only showing me that there's a support. But if I want to take a buy on this pair, I think this is where I will take a buy here. I will patiently wait for the market to retrace to this level, and then I take a buy here. So that's just it. We can see that the pair is selling and euro is what? Trying to go up. So perhaps when euro achieve its movement to this place by Monday or so, what will you expect? By that time, this pair must have reached here to the support zone for it to start retesting. And then what will happen? That we what? Release the pair up and then send this one back down. So that's just what they do. Then the next thing to end this lecture, the next thing you have to watch is that you have to be conscious with this time. I'm using Nigerian time. Anytime you are on a buy from 1 in the morning, once your trade start extending to 8 to 8 a.m., 9 a.m., there's always a serious fundamentals around this 8 between this 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. There's always a serious fundamental. Any pair that has been on buy from 1 a.m. as you start as you start hitting 6 a.m. to this important time, make sure you have closed your trades because they are going to crash the pair by this time. That's number one. Now, any pair that start buying from 10 a.m. from 10 a.m., any pair that start buying from 10 a.m. as you are approaching 1:30 p.m., make sure you leave the market, you close it. Whether there is no news or there is news, they are always going to what? Interchange the movement of market. Pair that have moved from 10 a.m. how many hours to this time, they are going to make sure they drop the pair that was buying and give some of the pairs. They are going to release them and they will start buying. So what are you going to do? You are going to have a serious crash. Remember, I said you start buying by 1 a.m. If a market, if you're on a buy, but if you're on a sell, once you get to this time, make sure you have closed your sell because the pair must have hit a support zone to start moving. So this is what the market is going to do. The same thing. So the next thing is also most times I normally watch out to take my buy around 4:30 p.m. to 5 o'clock. So any pair that has been buying seriously, maybe because of the trend, or that have been selling, I will always check around this time. That's when I'll be watching out for pairs that have been able to settle down, that they will likely to move. I'll be watching around towards this time. Most time, the candles that are always the candles that are always playing out during this what is it called fundamental time and this time are always confusing candles. They are doing that to trap new beers. So most times I wouldn't take any buy around 8 a.m., 9 a.m. The next time to verify a pair that is on buy for me to take it will be 10 a.m. The same thing, pair around 1 a.m., 1:30 p.m. Sorry, I wouldn't trade short pair because the candle might be showing you it's a bullish candle, but it's a sell. So I will allow it to what? Be influenced by fundamentals because there will be a lot of move by this time. Then I will now come in around 4:30 p.m. because that is where the real um that's where the real move is. Because this time a lot of things will be moving because of fundamental factors. But when I come by 4:30, I must have watched out where the market is. Is it at a support or a resistance zone? And then I know that what for sure they are going to release pairs by that time. So I can now what take a buy during this time. So just note these time factors. I told you 1 a.m. For example, if I'm in a trade and they give me a buy, a market is on a buy. Once we reach this this 8 to 9 a.m., there's always a serious sharp move. So you have to be careful that you don't lose your profit, because if a pair is buying instantly, they will just use 1 hour to bring the whole thing down. So just take note of that, and also know that if you take a trade by 10 a.m., by 1:30 p.m. you should have exited that trade, or trade your stop loss, or whatever it is. You must have taken profit, because you might lose all that has been a pair that has been moving. When it gets here, it might just out of a sudden um, drop. So all of these things are very important, guys. So thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and share. I remain my humble self, FX Kabi the trader.